Hey everyone, No Mind here. I'm running 200 Sanctums and thought it'd be cool to make a simple guide for new Path of Exile players interested in running Sanctum. In the guide, I'll go over everything you can expect in Sanctums, and I'll even throw in some tips and tricks to help you tackle and hopefully win your first Sanctum. To enter the Forbidden Sanctum, you need an item called the Forbidden Tome, which can be found in maps and various other endgame content. Put the Forbidden Tome into your relic altar. You'll notice a second screen that sort of looks like an inventory. This is where your relics go. If this is your first time running Sanctums, you likely don't have any relics. Relics influence various aspects of your Sanctum runs to make them easier. Relics can only drop in the Forbidden Sanctum. The Sanctum bosses have a pretty high chance of dropping these relics also. You'll also notice the icons that look like locks around your relic altar, which are limiting your space. They are naturally unlocked as you progress through the Sanctum by completing the floors and killing the bosses and the mini bosses. I should have a list on the screen which I got from PoE Wiki that should list what you need to do to unlock each slot. Once you choose relics and click confirm, the door to the first floor opens. The relics are locked and cannot be changed for the duration of the Sanctum run. Once inside, you will notice the Sanctum map. You have to click on it to select the room you want to open and explore. Before moving further, let's talk about how to win and lose in the Sanctum. To win, simply complete all 32 rooms of the Sanctum. There are 4 floors with 8 rooms each and a boss in the 8th room. You lose your Sanctum run automatically if your resolve reaches 0. What is resolve? Resolve is basically your health bar in the Sanctum. You can recover it in various ways. You also have inspiration. Think of it as the energy shield that covers your resolve and protects it. Lastly, if you have energy shield, you also have something called resolve Aegis, which scales with your maximum energy shield. Up to 50% of the resolve lost from hits is removed from the Aegis before affecting resolve or inspiration. The cool thing is that this resource is instantly restored if you stop taking damage for 4 seconds. Your armor and evasion rating also play a role in the Sanctum. Armor reduces the amount of resolve lost from hits, and evasion has a chance to prevent resolve loss from enemy hits altogether. Alright, so now let me talk about what each room can reward you if you complete it. Here on the screen, we are looking at the first Sanctum floor. Each Sanctum room has a reward type, which is clearly labeled. Here are all the room reward types you can encounter in the Sanctum. I've made a little diagram here to kind of organize it for you guys. Radiant Found should always be prioritized because the Radiant Found removes an affliction, grants a random boon, and grants you 200 inspiration for only 5 Eris coins. So always be on the lookout for those. You also have treasure rooms which contain chests which drop a lot of coins. If you are looking to go to the merchant later, you should prioritize treasure rooms. Again, there are many strategies you can employ in the Sanctum. I'm just talking about a few off the top of my head. Leave a comment on how you like to run your Sanctums. Dark Pact rooms allow you to make a Dark Pact. They always contain 3 choices, which can all be chosen if you choose. The choices usually come with an upside and a downside. They include things like lose maximum resolve to gain a boon, or lose resolve to gain inspiration. Losing resolve to gain inspiration is a very consistent strategy in the Sanctum, since if you have high inspiration, you can freely trade your resolve for boons and buffs at the Dark Pact altars. There are major and minor boons, which are basically buffs you can receive throughout your Sanctum runs. You can get them from merchants for Eros coins, or also receive them from the Radiant and Benevolent Founds, as well as the Dark Pack rooms. They are usually all beneficial in most cases, so you want to collect as many as you can. Some of them are pretty game winning, such as the All-Seeing Eye, which overrides afflictions that hide room and reward types. There are also major and minor afflictions. Afflictions are usually detrimental to the run, causing monsters to deal more damage, move faster, impact resolve more, or have nasty on-death effects. In most cases, you can see which afflictions you're about to gain before doing an action. Sanctum rooms that cause you to gain an affliction will be highlighted in purple, as I will demonstrate with a live run later. Sometimes you can navigate around them, sometimes they are impossible to avoid. Lastly, before I do a live run, I want to talk about the different types of rooms in the Sanctum. On each floor, there are 5 room categories. 2 of them require you to defeat all guards and rare monsters, 1 with traps and 1 without traps. 1 room type requires you to find the exit, which is usually in one of the 3 or 4 corners of the map. There is also a find the exit version with traps, which is usually more linear. And lastly, there are mini bosses on each floor, which all you have to do is defeat them in order to proceed forward. They usually drop a nice chunk of Aros coins and a good chance of dropping a relic. As you see with the diagram on the screen from PoE Wiki, if you are on floor 1 and enter a room called the Chamber of Inscription, your mission will always be to defeat all guards and rare monsters before you can proceed to the next room. The same room on floor 4 is called the Lost Catacombs, which will be the same, just defeat all guards and rare monsters. On the 8th room in each floor, there is a floor boss. I will demonstrate fighting these bosses in the live run. They are very straightforward. Honestly, just don't stand in front of them at any given moment and you'll be fine. And without further wait, let me demonstrate all of this by doing a live run. Let's get into it. Hi everybody. No Mind here. This is going to be a live run. I'm going to demonstrate it without any relics because just kind of I want to demonstrate to new players from like a newer player perspective how the Sanctum run is going to go. I've also removed some support gems from my items to kind of lower my damage a little bit so you can kind of see some of the boss mechanics if you're more interested in that. So without further wait, let's just get right into the Sanctum. You're going to enter the Sanctum, and again, the first floor is always going to be a Chamber of Inscription room, which is basically like a linear floor, and you have to defeat all the bosses. Again, this is all information I've already discussed previously, so I'm just going to be talking about my general strategy. I like to see major treasure reward rooms because I like to stack a lot of gold on the first 2 floors of the Sanctum. And again, you have your resolve here, 300 out of 300. And basically, just don't get hit, guys. Monsters drop gold. There's different mob types, like those guys that like make illusions of themselves. They drop mines everywhere. They're really annoying. Like these guys, they're like the most annoying. And again, once you defeat all the mobs and rare monsters, the unique and the rare monsters, it says room complete, and you just proceed to the reward room. And again, this is a major treasure room, so you get all these coins. Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll get like a mirror or something this run, guys. This will be so funny if we actually got a mirror in like the tutorial run. And again, affliction rooms that give you an affliction upon entering them have like a purple border on them. For example, if I entered this room, I would get guards release some volatile anomaly on death, which is not really interesting to me. But the room rewards, you can also see like offer items on completion. You can kind of see ahead of time what will be offered as a reward in these rooms. So you can see like an alteration, chisel, and chromatic ore. I'm not really interested in those. Interesting fact, on the first 2 floors of the Sanctum, divine orbs cannot spawn. On the 3rd and 4th floor, that's where you see the divine orbs and the mirror of Calandras, hopefully. I don't really like any of these here. I'm going to go here and then I'm going to go here and then here because I don't want that affliction on the top there. This is defeat all guards and rare monsters again. This is another, it looks like a chamber of inscription. This is, again, pretty straightforward. Just kill the monsters, right? Don't get hit. Again, at the beginning, you want to open every chest and get as many coins as you can because, like every little bit you get, those coins are going to go further in your run early on, especially. And again, we're getting super lucky in this run already. We've encountered 2 major treasure rooms. Again, this is kind of what I like to aim for on the first 2 floors of the Sanctum because like these rewards are kind of like whatever, right? I kind of want to go for this. But I don't want to pay increased merchant prices, so I'm actually going to go opt for this room right here. All right, this is a defeat all rare guards and monsters again. This is another Chamber of Inscription. Very straightforward, guys. Again, I'm going to open this box here just to get a little bit more coins. I got to fix my loot filter also. And room complete. Again, you can see right here, once you've killed all the guards, it'll say room complete and you can proceed forward. Again, you have to pay for these offerings. You have to pay 5 gold. You click on him. Again, you can receive fusings right now. You can receive 10 orbs of scarings at the end of the floor or 30 alteration at the end of the Sanctum. I'm going to do that. And then basically, this is a cursed pact. Oh my goodness, guys. I made a tutorial and I've been calling these dark packs, but they're accursed packs, guys. Accursed. I gotta go back and fix that. Again, this is a laser room. These lasers are pretty easy to avoid. Basically, they're going to shoot laser beams at you. The cool thing is, you can kind of run under them because at the point where they're shooting the laser, that's the only point that damages you. So you can kind of like lure them out and just kind of run under them like I just did like a few seconds ago. All right, take the stairs. Offering, I guess I'll just take 10 regrets. Why not? And then let's go to our first accursed pack room. Okay, again, another laser room here. So again, you can kind of like bait the laser out and then kind of run under it. It's very simple. It takes a little bit of getting used to. You can also use like a blinking skill like flame dash like I just did there to kind of avoid getting hit. And again, very straightforward. Like I said, just kind of demonstrating, like kind of like the mechanics here. Okay. And again, accursed pack room. Fun fact, if you have an accursed pack room, you cannot choose the offering unless you select at least one accursed pact, okay? And again, I like to go for major boons even at the cost of maximum resolve because the major rooms are pretty run winning. Like recover 15 resolve on room completion, that's a pretty good major boon, I would say. I'm actually gonna, no, I was gonna risk it, but not really. Okay, and then you can access the offering right here and click whatever reward you want. And let's see here, more life. Again, this affliction right here, you are not always taken to the room you select. It's called Deceptive Mirror. This is a pretty run-breaking Affliction, I always avoid these at all costs, so we're just gonna have to go here. Okay, this is a flaming skull trap room. Again, there's like the laser rooms, the flaming skull trap rooms, and there's also like a room where like meteorites like fall from the sky and you have to avoid them. This one is pretty easy. Just run in a circle, guys. All right. Most problems in PoE can be solved by just running in a circle. Pro tip there. As long as you run in a circle, you should be okay. Again, my damage is pretty high here. You know, so again, one more thing about sanctums or any content in PoE, guys. You're gonna wanna like have damage. Okay, if your build is not doing a lot of damage, you should prioritize making sure that your build does some damage, because it is a miserable experience, especially in like a sanctum run, to not have damage and like, you know, trying to like dodge the flamethrowers and everything like that. It's very miserable, guys. So just, you know, as long as you have damage, you should be okay. And yep, easy. Let's go to the stairs. Let's see what we got here. All right, just a minor treasure room, which is completely fine. We do have a little bit of gold now, so I would prioritize a merchant on the next floor. Okay, now we are on the 8th room on the floor, and we're gonna fight Vericat. Vericat, just be behind him, guys. If you just stay behind the boss, he's gonna like shoot flames and mortars and everything. Just stay behind him, and you shouldn't get hit. Okay? As I get hit there. He drops, you know, they usually drop a relic, which is like pretty good. And then you'll always have 2 offerings at the end there. So you can like see, you know, you can like gain rewards at the end of the next floor. Again, you just, and there'll be like a treasure chest of the previous floor's rewards that you might have selected. And then you'll be spit back out here to the Forbidden Sanctum. You have to click the relic altar and click confirm to progress to the next floor of the Sanctum. And again, this is a whole brand new floor right here. Basically like, you know, there's like Battleground, Gauntlet. These are like floor 2 terms. I do have like a guide up here myself because I'm not completely familiar with them myself. But however, I kind of want to go to the accursed pack room because I like finding accursed packs. I feel like they give you the most bang for your buck in many situations. Again, for floor 2, this is a derelict cavern room, which is always a defeat all guards and monster room. And these rooms are very linear, so you just kind of like follow the path and defeat all the enemies that run into you. And there'll be like little chests that you can open for coins and everything. And yep. Oh my god, illusions. I hate illusions, guys. Again, I am doing a 200 Sanctum Run challenge live on stream, guys. My link to my Twitch is in my description, and I'll have it like a comment of it also. And we're missing one mob. He's like usually hanging off the edge here. And that's it. This is just a fountain. I didn't really have to click that, but I did pick up. Okay. This is just find the exit. This is a trap room. So this is a little tricky. You're going to have like these traps here. I like to turn off any minions because your minions can get hit by the traps and the explosion can actually hurt you. So I like to turn off like Herald of Purity, which spawns minions. And again, let's just kind of run through here. Flawless. And then the cool thing is, guys, in this room on the 2nd floor, instead of running through this trap gauntlet, you can actually go in the corner here and use a movement skill to like kind of jump up here and then just go over here. And then your exit's right here. So you've saved yourself like a gauntlet that you didn't have to go through. Again, another random major boon for 50% maximum resolve loss. Arias coins found are doubled, which is like fine, you know, it is what it is. I mean, and again, at this point, I only have 75 resolve left. So I want to focus on maybe getting some inspiration. We haven't really seen any inspiration. Again, I don't really have my usual relics either, so I can't really see further in the Sanctum. I can only see, well, like 1 room ahead of me. So it is sort of hard for me to navigate in the Sanctum. I did this as like a self-affliction a little bit because I kind of wanted to demonstrate what like the new player experience might be like. Newer players might not have the damage that I have, but again, you know, it's kind of, you know, for just like a base Sanctum, you know, you're kind of getting like an idea of like what you can expect here, right? So I kind of want to go to an accursed pact again. I'd rather have guards release a volatile anomaly. I don't want to lose my resolve Aegis because it gives me kind of like a buffer for my resolve. And this is a boss room. I think it was called the Reliquary, which contains a greater wraith. I just kind of killed him really fast, but he basically shoots projectiles that do chaos damage. I am CI, so I mean it doesn't really matter, but he still can damage my resolve, I believe. I'm actually not sure. I've always killed him like in a second, you know, so I'm not really sure. Again, we have 2 accursed path here. The gauntlet, I believe, is just find the exit, and it's just like a gauntlet here. Oh no, I got hit a little bit there. And again, like we discussed earlier, guys, instead of going up here, we can just sort of go down here and find the exit. Very easy. And then for the accursed pact, lose 200 resolve, gain 100 inspiration. I would have liked to see this earlier, but again, we have these here. 50%. So I'm getting pretty low on resolve, but I'm just going to go all in because we're, you know, we're YOLO like that. And hopefully, okay, now we are down to 18 resolve, and the next affliction you gain is converted into a minor boon. That's kind of cool. We gain Scrying Crystal. You can see an additional room ahead on the map. Again, guys, our resolve is getting kind of low. I might die here. This is a little concerning. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go to another accursed pack room, and we'll see what happens. Defeat all monsters and rare guards. This is pretty simple here. Okay. Oh, whoa. Again, you gotta be careful, guys. A lot of things shoot projectiles at you in the Sanctum, so it is very highly advised that you keep moving. And as you see here, the guards, they're spawning volatile anomalies on death. So you gotta make sure you're respecting those and, you know, popping them whenever you need to. These guys are really annoying here because they make it rain, and that rain can, like, damage you. Okay, let's see. Gain 100 inspiration for losing 25 maximum resolve. That's perfect, guys. That's exactly what we need. I'm going to go back and just get the gold because I kind of did miss that. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, so this one, gain 100 inspiration at the start of each floor. So as long as I make it here, I should be okay. So basically, this right here, I do have this right here. The next affliction you gain is converted into a random minor boon. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And hopefully I get a good minor boon. Not really. 25% reduced monster action speed. That's actually fine, you know. Oh. See what I mean, guys? There's a lot of like on-death effects and stuff like that. And you got to be really careful when you're running Sanctums. Because each resolve lost is, especially when you're low resolve like me right now. It's kind of unlucky that we haven't gotten anything that gives us inspiration yet. Usually you do have some inspiration to work with here, but in our case, we've been a little unlucky here. But in my case, in the Sanctums, if you get super unlucky like earlier in the runs, like later in the runs, you're going to get like super lucky because you've got all the bad stuff, like all the bad boons and everything out of the way, right? And then this is the second floor boss. These are actually 2 minions, and basically when one of them dies, the other one gains full health back. Basically, just they're super slow. Just don't stand in front of them, guys. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, guys. Just don't stand in front of them. Again, they have a lot of HP, guys. So just don't stand in front of them, and hopefully you can beat them. They're pretty big and hard to avoid once there's 2 of them alive. Again, just, you know, just don't stand in front of them. That's all I can say, guys. It can be tough for, you know, definitely like newer players who are not experienced in Path of Exile. Okay, now we are floor 3. This is Divine Orb territory. I believe Mirrors of Calandras are floor 4 only, but I'm not sure about that. You know, if you know, let me know in the comments. Let's see. Okay, we definitely have to go to a merchant, guys. And Infernum rooms are pretty much very tough to do. Infernum rooms on floor 3 are basically defeat all guards, and it's kind of like an arena. It can be pretty tough, but I feel like we can do it. You definitely want to avoid the traps or faster affliction, because it makes the traps so much more deadlier, and we can't afford to lose minus 100 to maximum resolve because we have 13 resolve. I'm not sure how this would work out. I don't know if this would kill us or if this will just, reduce our resolve to 1. I'm not quite sure, but we're just going to avoid that just to make sure. And on to the Infernum we go. Again, this is a very difficult one. All you have to do here, guys, just run in a circle, as I mentioned previously. Most PoE problems can be solved by running in a circle. Just don't stand still for too long. And the skulls will just like heat seek you, and the wall will block the other skull from hitting you. As you can see, that is kind of what is happening here. You see what I'm saying? They have kind of like a turn rate. Okay, and before you know it, the room is done. And okay, see what I mean? I was moving kind of fast, and I almost got hit by that. And again, because of our relic, Gilded Lyre, we now have 100 inspiration since we completed the previous floor. So this is actually going to be a lot easier now, guys. Again, I'm just checking these reward rooms to see if there's any divine orbs, so I can kind of plan my. No way. Oh no, guys! I took the deceptive mirror, which is unfortunate. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much. It's all good though. It's all good. Shit happens, and we're just gonna work through the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what Sanctum is all about, guys. It's gonna be pretty funny if we see a mirror or something and we can't get it because we were taken to an opposite room. It adds a little bit of spice to the run, right, guys? This is a pretty difficult gauntlet here because this was raining meteorites while you had to defeat guards, so this was pretty difficult. I kind of want those rewards. Alright, and then the merchant, Crucible. Let's see here. These are trap rooms. The cool thing about this Crucible trap, for floor 3, if you go over here, there's like a little ledge up here. You can flame dash up here. And just basically skip a good chunk of the traps and then just kind of do these traps over here. And you're basically home free here. And then you just come up here and the exit should be right here. Bam. Just like that. Alright. And Divinia, let's see what you got for me. So we have 2,600 gold, guys. So there's no reason we literally shouldn't just like buy everything. You should always buy everything because it clears because once you buy the relics, you can't really see them again. Unless they're used up. Once you buy a relic and you use it up and it disappears from your buff bar, you can actually see it again. I've seen this happen many times in my experience. Let me just make sure there's no divines over here, guys. And then we're just going to go down here because I kind of want to see another merchant. And we have a big treasure room before the merchant. So that's pretty beneficial for us. And again, we're just going to use the shortcut here that I just talked about previously. Kind of skip up here. And stop right here. Let the traps kind of proc. Honestly, in my sanctum rooms that I've been doing live on stream, I haven't really been respecting the traps because I have so much inspiration and resolve at this point that I wouldn't normally care. But we kind of still have to care just a little bit. But we are definitely getting to the point where, nothing's really going to be able to touch us. Okay, and this is find the exit. This find the exit, you kind of have to work your way into this open area here. And there's like a right side, which usually contains like these big chests. Well, the exit could be right, top, or left here. So we're going to check the top side here. And the exit is here. So we're just going to get out of here. You can explore rooms and get gold. For some reason, like let's say, for example, if I met the merchant and there's something I wanted and I was short on gold, I can always go back to the previous room here, guys. And just like kind of farm gold and kill monsters and hopefully get enough gold to get what I need. But we got lucky here. 50% reduced merchant prices. We're going to take that. And at this point, guys, we can basically just buy everything we need for the Sanctum run. There's another merchant, which is fine. We're going to go to Halls of Worship again, which in Act 3, or it's not Act 3, floor 3. This is, I believe, defeat all guards. Okay. I thought Halls of... Oh, wait. Guys, since we had the Deceptive Mirror, we didn't get taken to the Halls of Worship. We got taken to a different room, which is actually defeat all guards. Because Halls of Worship is actually find the exit. But with our Deceptive Mirror Affliction, we unfortunately are not always taken to the room we select. So this is very detrimental to our run right now, unfortunately. This is, we got taken to the Unholy Lair. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a merchant here. I'm not going to click that because I have full resolve. And clicking that would give me an affliction. Let's see. Again, it doesn't matter because of our affliction where we go. And then we got the black smoke now because it was like a random room with an affliction. I didn't click an affliction room, but that's just how it happened to work out for me, unfortunately. Yo, guys, what if we lose this run? That'll be pretty funny, huh? That'll be very stressful for me, and I'll have to record another clip because uploading a losing Sanctum run is a little weird, right? It's a little weird, guys. Okay. Stairs. And let's see. 14C. Yeah, sure. Why not? Sure. I like 14C at the end. Okay. Halls of Mirrors. This is the floor 3 boss. You're going to have like lasers that spawn and go in random directions. After a little bit, they'll like pulse and they'll do damage to you, but you can pass through them safely before they burst. This boss, just stay behind her. She's gonna like slash you and stuff and like dive towards you. There's like that slash she does. She's also gonna like spin in a circle, and there's gonna be like balls that spawn. There's also gonna be laser beams from the sky, and basically that's all of her mechanics. I kind of still killed her quick, even though I have most of my support gems unequipped, but that is all fine. We do have 4 exalted orbs. Too bad exalts are not worth what they were used to. And again, guys, now we are on the 4th floor. This is the final floor. This is the most exciting floor because you can see mirrors And you can see divine orbs on this floor. Again, we don't start off like that. Hopefully we get taken to the merchant room because we do have the deceptive mirror here, guys. We are not always going to the merchant room. This is like the gauntlet room of 404. There's going to be like a trap. This time we got the flaming skull here, which throws like a flamethrower mechanic at you. And I usually just flame dash right past it. That's what works best for me. Again, depending on, this is very build dependent, what's going to work best for you, you know, what type of strategy you want to employ. But having a movement skill is very essential in Sanctum, guys. That is something I have definitely learned. And we were super lucky, guys. We actually got taken to the room we selected, despite our infliction. I'm just going to buy everything here. And again, she even has some relics for sale, guys. I don't really care about this relic, so I'm just going to save the 200 gold. Okay. I think we get taken to the entombment room, which I believe is, okay, we got taken to a different room, okay. Again, these are lasers. 4 lasers is actually very tough to deal with. Just kind of take it slow. Again, once a laser is far out enough, you can kind of run under the laser. So I just like flame dash to the middle, go top, go under the laser. Just kind of keep it very simple, you know. Just kind of concentrating here, guys, sorry. Okay, perfect. Room is done. Oh, no. Oof. We almost got hit there, guys, with that explosion. Yeah, so Desecrated Crypts in floor 4 is a gauntlet type fight where there's a trap and you have to defeat all the guards and rare monsters. Again, it doesn't matter which room we click because it's gonna select randomly for us. So we know it wasn't the affliction room. Okay, we did go to the entombment room. The entombment room, I believe, is a gauntlet. Yep. It is a gauntlet, so again, for this gauntlet here, there is actually like a ledge here. If you can actually like kind of reach it from that side and then kind of like avoid the traps a little bit. Okay. You can also use, again, pay attention to your minimap, guys, because see like right here, you see like a ledge on the left side here. You can kind of skip some of the traps and just kind of take your time with them. I usually don't do that anymore because I know the traps well enough where I'm pretty confident at avoiding them. We have a Benevolent Found, which gives us a random, you know, boon for 150 gold. And we're just going to go to the merchant again, guys. I mean, well, if it takes us to the merchant because we have a deceptive mirror, we are not always taken to the room that we select. These guards are taking a little bit to die. Okay. And the last group should be here. This is just a standard defeat all guards and rare monsters area. We got the room complete. We're just going to get out of here. All right, perfect. It was a merchant. So we're just going to take a free 100 inspiration for 110 gold. That sounds like a deal to me. Next 10 guards are killed instantly. Reduced trap resolve. We're just going to buy everything, guys, because we have no reason not to. You know? A cursed pact? Sure. I would like to see that occur. Okay, this is a meteorite room. This is where I have trouble with visibility a little bit because the meteors falling from the sky are golden. The coins that I drop are golden. My flask effect is golden. Like, everything is golden, guys, you know? So do your best to kind of see and avoid the meteors that fall, pretty much. And we do have a radiant fountain. We want to really aim for that, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get it because we are taken to a random room each time. And, you know, we can just get unlucky and not get taken there. Hopefully we are lucky though, because that will make me really confident in the last boss. I do have enough resolve and inspiration to confidently take care of the last boss right now, but you know, I'm just like, I just want to be certain, you know, because I am trying to do this with a little bit of damage so I can kind of show you guys the mechanics. Okay, we have Divinia again. I'm just gonna take that. Less monster life is super important. I'm just gonna buy everything. All right, there we go. And I want to get to this one. So if we receive a Chains of Binding Curse, that means we went to this room. Did we? Oh, we got it. Yes, I think we did get the Chains of Binding Affliction, guys, which means we are in the Radiant Fountain room. And again, these traps are pretty easy to avoid. Again, there's like ledges here where you can like skip oops, I lagged there a little bit. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. And then this is a little tricky, but you jump to this corner right here for this trap room in floor 4. It's really tricky to aim these. Guys, I've done this on stream so many times. Okay, there we go. It's like not even thinking about it, you know? Again, you can kind of take the shortcut here if you don't want to feel like dealing with the traps. Okay, perfect. We have a radiant fountain here, gain a random boon, cleanse a random affliction, and gain 200 inspiration. If you have to stay in the room, it'll tell you like what you gained and what you lost. Remove the more maximum life. That's perfect. And then and you have 200 plus inspiration. So if I actually die to the last boss here, guys, it's gonna be pretty embarrassing. Let me tell you. Lycia is the final boss here. You always want to bait her attack first. You don't want to stand in the degen ground. She's going to summon all of her guards here. This degen ground goes away little by little. But once you do enough damage to her, you'll phase her and she'll do playing with fire will get you burned. Then it just kind of becomes like a gauntlet. Just don't get hit by anything. And you have to kind of chase her down to the end of the room here. And then once you defeat her here, you'll have to defeat her final form. This is pretty easy. Just don't stand in front of her, guys. And that move, you cannot escape Bedette's gaze. She's just going to have like a red line going in front of her. And it's like charging up a big attack. So just be behind her every time with all of these bosses, guys. And it will be super simple to dodge. And again, now we're going to go to the Beyond. And this is the final form that you fight before you can access like your last loot. So you're just going to put some brands down here. And hopefully we can kind of see some mechanics here. Again, just stay away from anything she spawns, like those spinning swords. Oh. Okay, well, that was an achievement. That's kind of cool. Basically, she does one final phase where she'll say, I will bathe this world in blood. And basically, hopefully I'll have a clip up of it because I have done it. But if I'm lazy about it, I won't have a clip up of it. But basically, you dodge. She'll have like circles coming out of her and there'll be little gaps in the circle. Basically, you just like go out and just stand in those little gaps in the circle. And that's all you have to do, guys. And then once you defeat her, you go to the stairs and then you'll have like a Sanctum offers. Whatever you chose for the end of your Sanctum rewards, you'll get them there. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the Sanctum run. I hope that was helpful to you guys. That was a lot of information for me to put together. Going into this, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just make a guide. I'm sure I can condense the information somehow. But honestly, there is such an overwhelming amount of information that it's almost impossible to condense into like a nice little video. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps small content creators like me to get my name out there. And again, I have been streaming every night now. We are attempting to do 200 Sanctums. We are about like 40-50 Sanctum ins now. So, drop by the live stream and say hi. Twitch.tv/NoMinds. I'll have a link to it in the description. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And that's it. No Mind out. Peace.